Kansas that were very pleasant today. However, we are looking for a new front to begin to drift south and eastward. The central and eastern parts of Kansas will very probably be cloudy in the morning, and then western Kansas will begin to get increasing cloudiness by tomorrow afternoon. Today, however, very, very pleasant reading. 73 up in the Goodland area, 72 at Garden City, 70 reported by Dodge City and Liberal, 72 over by the good folks of Guam.
This is the Canon EOS M10. This is the first camera, besides my Panasonic camcorder, that I got 3 years ago when I started to be more serious with videography, filmmaking and photography. This camera shoots 1080p at 30fps as its maximum resolution, and I've done a lot of quite serious jobs like films and simple documentaries with this little guy. To be exact, short films. If you look at the camera industry currently, that cameras that shoot 4K video are getting more and more commonly made. For example, the camera that has the same size as my Canon EOS M10, which is the Canon M200, shoots 4K at 25fps. Another good example is the Canon M50, which shoots 4K but there's some crop in it. I'm not too sure about Canon M200 if there's any crop, but I'm pretty sure that there's crop in Canon M50, which is something that you need to consider when buying one Canon EOS M50. And yes, there's Sony, there's Nikon, there's Panasonic. Mostly mirrorless cameras nowadays shoot 4K, I would say. So since cameras that shoot 4K are getting more and more relevant, thus 1080p camera is now irrelevant. A little bit of side story that I just finished a state project, and what I needed to do was I need to create a simple documentary for some interesting places in this one particular area, and everything was shot with 1080p cameras and almost entirely was shot with this Canon M10 with the 7 Artisans 25mm f1.8 lens, and of course the Canon EFM kit lens. I film everything at the highest resolution, which is the 1080p at 30 frames per second, so I can get the best quality out of this small camera. And when the video is finished, I played the video at a TV, not the 4K one, and it looks fine. So back to the topic, that is 1080p still relevant in 2020? Well, I would say yes, but it depends. As long as not everyone in your area, surroundings, state or country owns a 4K monitor, a 4K TV, 1080p is still all good. Which means that the old cameras like, well, this is not so old, but that camera is old, the Canon 600D, or some of you know it as Canon T3i or Canon Rebel X5i, Canon 60D, 70D, Panasonic GF6, Sony A7, not the A7 II or something like that, but the A7, the first one, the first A7 series camera, still relevant and usable. And again, which means 1080p shooters still eligible to do jobs like wedding videos, product videos, what else, promotion videos, and of course YouTube videos. Here are some plus for you to enhance your 1080p video. Firstly, with good and sharp glasses, this will make your 1080p videos better than the others and also nicer looking. Good lenses give you an advantage to enhance your 1080p video, not dramatically, but in some ways it will increase your quality, your 1080p videos. And secondly, with a higher dynamic range, which means that you have detail in your shadows and your highlights, well, it means that your highlights is not too blown out and your shadow is not too crushed. And good dynamic range allows you to push your color, your video color to its best potential, which means that it will make your video more, the famous word cinematic, But really, if I need to choose between 1080p with good dynamic range and 4K with bad dynamic range, I would just prefer 1080p with good dynamic range, because good color makes your video cinematic. But yeah, on and all, I'm not saying that 4K is bad, 4K is not good. I mean, 4K is really an advantage, because you can crop your video to, so you can reframe all that stuff. So that means that, I mean, that is the 4K advantage. Really, I'm not against 4K videos or something. So I guess that's it for this video, and I hope that I have made you comfortable for those 1080p shooters. And if you like this video, give it a like, give it a thumbs up, and if you don't like this video, you can give it a bad thumbs down. And if you have something to tell, you can go down to the comment section below. You can tell anything about this video, or probably you want to tell something to me. So yeah, the comment section below is always enabled. So yeah, I guess I will see you in the next video, guys, and thanks for watching again, and I will see you in the next video.